But yeah, the first shot I was taught to act on was by Himajya. And yeah, Mitunda, you know, he would walk out, I remember. We were in Bhaucho Dhakka, and I saw him, his boots and his hat, and he was walking, and there were hundreds and thousands of people. And Mitunda would, yeah, okay, kya kar raha hai? Dekh aaja, acha actor hai. Tu saath ka. And it was so beautiful, they used to treat me so well. They used to be really kind to me. So yeah, Mitunda, Jitendra Saab was there, Rishi Kapoor Saab in Deewana. And of course, I worked with Nana Parekh at that time. I was working with Nasiruddin Shah in Chamatkar. I remember once I was doing a Chamatkar scene, and he just looked at me and he said, "Acha karte ho yaar, acha karte ho." And he was very, very sweet. They were very nice. They were so gracious, all of them. And then one day he told me, "Tum bahut energy डालते हो scene में, ज़रूरत नहीं है, बस." And he said, "समझते मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ?" So I said, "I'm understanding, but I can't do it. I hope one day I can make it that I'm able to do scenes without putting so much energy. Nasir, I don't have the craft that you have." I said, "Haan, karo tum, you very nice. It'll be too much fun. Do it. Just hold back." And that was one great advice. So the first 5 films I did, Paresh Rawal Saab, I think the finest actors in the country were acting with me, in the world actually. And Jackie Shroff, Amit Ji was supposed to be in King Uncle when I'd signed it. You know, so there was like a whole range of finest actors and actresses around me. Divya Bharti was, I think, stunning as an actor. Like this she was. She was most unlike an actor like I thought of myself. I was the serious theatre guy, and she was this completely wacky, fun-loving girl. And I remember we finished, I was dubbing here in Sea Rock Hotel. They used to dub. There used to be a dubbing theatre. And I dubbed Deewana. I walked out of the Sea Rock thing, and I saw her, and I said, "Hello." And she looked at me, and she said, maybe she had read it somewhere. And then she said it in print also somewhere. You're not just an actor, you are an institution. And I was very touched by that. I said, "Oh wow," I didn't understand it. So I quickly went and read up the meaning of the saying. And I realized that that meant a lot. And I pray for a soul. I was sleeping in Delhi and they were playing my song, Aisi Diwangi. So I thought I'd become a big star. I didn't know how to become a big star. The film was a big hit. And suddenly there were these songs playing, and I like woke up in the morning and I saw that she had died. She had fallen off from a window. And it's one of the biggest shocks, because I think I was supposed to do another film with her, Kartavya.
लेकिन अब मुझे एहसास हो रहा है कि मैं अकेली नहीं हूँ। मेरा करण मेरे साथ है, मेरा करण। एक हुए दिन रैन हमारे, एक हुए दिन रैन हमारे।
We were excited meeting Aziz. He used to live in Shivaji Park, so we used to go and sit down, spend time with him. And he said, "Which is the story you've got?" So Aziz Mirza turned around and said, "मेरी मम्मी अम्मी जान एक गाना गाया करती थी निलाते वक्त, 2 पैसे की घड़ी चुराई 3 पैसे की." The tune was 2 पैसे की घड़ी चुराई 3 पैसे की चैन, Aziz साहब बन गया gentleman. He said, "Mother used to sing the song to put me to sleep or give me a bath, and I want to make a film called Raju Ban Gaya Gentleman. Shahrukh looks like a Raju." And it was based on, I think, Shri Charsobis. So inspired from that film. And we went and narrated it to G.P. Sippy Saab. And Amrita is a close friend. And Juhi, there were 2 big stars that time. Juhi told me she did the film because somebody told her that, K.S. Sanjay told her, her secretary, her assistant, that he's like Amir Khan. And she said that I thought, oh, okay, you know, he'll be like Amir Khan. And when I saw Shahrukh, I went, eeks. You know, he's so brown, and what did she call me? Brown with a mop of hair or something. You know, thin brown with a mop of hair or something like that. So, but she had committed already. She loved Aziz. She said, "My mother and my aunt found Aziz Mirza very handsome. So they said, you have to do this film." So that's why she did it. She didn't do it for me. So she did the film because Aziz was very handsome. I think Bazigar was first offered to Salman, who didn't do it because I think it was a negative role or dates, a big star. And I remember Ratan Saab telling me, that producer, United 7, that Abbas Mastan, and we just said, I used to live down in Aziz's house. So they just walked across it, let's ask him. Nobody was doing the film. And when they told me the story, I'd read the book. I read a lot, A Kiss Before Dying. In that, there were 3 sisters. It wasn't 2, I think. And I said, I know this story. I'd love to do it. I'm from theatre. I would do a different role. And I signed the film in Sea Rock Coffee Shop. Anil was really nice. The first actor I met here. And I remember, kya kar raha hai yaar, you should not. Yeah, you can't be doing this, yeah. You know, you're playing a bad guy. And so he would always tell me, just Johar, told me, brother, ये सब क्या कर रहे हो आप, ये बड़ा बेकार ही चलेगी थोड़ा पिक्चर, आप नेगेटिव लड़की को मार देते हो आप. So I liked it. I thought it was very cool. And they were like really shocked. I needed money for the house. I didn't have a flat. I was married now. I used to live in Aziz's house. We had to leave it. We took a rented place, and so I told Ratan Saab that, I don't know what my price is, but can you buy me a house? So he helped me buy my first house, and I really owe it to him, and I got to meet two great guys, Abbas and Mastan. They had made a film called Khiladi, which was a big hit with Akki that time, and they came in, and of course, got to meet Kajol, who I hated on the first day, because, it was New Year's. We went to shoot the film, and I'd slept at 6 in the morning, and 9 in the morning we were all there. The cameraman had got arrested in the night. So he came at 11 o'clock, and we were all very tired and I think hungover. And then suddenly Kajol comes in fresh as a daisy at 9, and happy with the world, and started screaming and shouting. And she knew my makeup dada. My makeup dada is, Ravi Dada is actually Hemaji's makeup man. So she has loaned him to me, and he's been with me for 20 years now. So she knew him because of Tanuja auntie, and she told Ravi Dada that, "Ye hero acha nahi hai, baat hi nahi karta hai." In Marathi she told him. And I asked him, "What is she saying?" He says, "She's saying you don't talk, you're very boring and silly." And she's feeling bad she's doing this film. And I remember Amir had asked me, "This new girl, is she good?" And I said, "Yeah, she's really good, but yeah, she talks a lot, especially on the 1st of January, New Year's. If you're drunk, she's not good." And I saw her rushes. She was magical. She was I've never liked myself in rushes, but she was magical. She was so good in the film. And I remember calling up Amir and saying, leaving a message, she is stunning, man. Filmfare Awards for Bazigar was the biggest that year. The film had done well, and music was big hit, Kali Kali Aankhein, best actor, a lot of awards, and it was not the biggest film of the year that way. I was called by SG, and I had a different image of what Yash Chopra will be like, because I had seen his romantic films. I just watched Lamhe actually. The day I watched Lamhe is when I went to half of it. I had to leave Lamhe halfway because I had a meeting with Yash Chopra. All these things were quite outstanding. That I'm watching Lamhe and I had to leave it halfway because I was going to meet the director of the film. And I went and saw him in his office in Juhu, and he was very sweet. Very nice. He spoke very fast with me. And I said, "Ji, main kar lunga." He got a little angry. I said, "I want to hear the story." So he told me later कि जैसे ही तूने वो बोला ना, मेरे को बड़ा गुस्सा आया तुझ पे कि मुझसे तू स्टोरी पूछ रहा है, इतना नया लड़का आके. And then he said कि मैंने तभी भी सोचा कि अगर कोई चांस मिलेगा इसको पिक्चर में नहीं लूंगा, बट फिर किसी और ने की नहीं, तो मैं कहा इसी को ले लो यार, तो सुना दी मैंने कहानी तुझको. I think Honey Auntie, who had written the story or the dialogues for the film, she would narrate it. And there was a boy in my school called, I don't want to name him, but he had a stammer. And he used to stammer only on particular words. Somewhere down the line, while Honey Auntie was narrating, she said, अगर उसका कुछ एक stammer हो, कुछ होएगा ना बड़ा अच्छा लगेगा. And she would do it. She would do it in a lot of places when she was narrating the story. He could be having a little, because he was a psychopath. So there was this whole thing. And I just thought that, maybe I could do it on, and then they told me people who stammer, when they sing, they don't stammer. So, okay, you can sing the songs and that'll be okay. I mean, I don't know, somewhere it came to that we'll only do it. Adi was there as the assistant director. And somewhere it came to that we'll only stammer on the girl's word, because they get conscious of sounds. So I said, okay, so only on Kiran we'll stammer. Otherwise, no other curve. Everything else is normal. And there was little cinematic liberty. But I got very, and films are dubbed later. But I remember I got a little shy doing it the first time. In the holy scene, I go to Juhi and I say, "I love you." I couldn't say it. I just was feeling very odd because a lot of music was going on. And it was a different kind of filmmaking. And I don't know, I just got very shy. I couldn't say it. And I remember Adi saying, "Say louder, say louder." So I'm like, "Dubbing mein karunga." I'm feeling very odd. I had the idea, but then I'm doing it to Juhi and I got very conscious.
Holi Mubarak. Kiran.
But then, fine, and it was very funny shooting because we were shooting a scene in the swimming pool where Juhi was not wearing a contact lenses. Now she's laser, so she's okay. That time she had problem with eyes. And when she's in the water, Juhi couldn't hear. And Yashji speaks very fast. And he was speaking on a bad speaker. And he was trying to give instruction, left ko ja. And this whole indoor swimming pool was gunjoing. And Juhi was going right. And everything was just going all tera mera because she couldn't hear what he's saying. What he was saying, even I could not make out. It was just the most bizarre shooting.